recognition to our firemen for the outstanding job that they did last night. I know the Minister of Justice indicated about, the last thing we really needed, indeed, and it's true, is the loss of extra businesses. But I want to add to that the loss of lives as well. And the lives of our firemen and anyone in that area was saved, so that was one of our first concerns. I thank the Minister for going to the scene with me, and what we witnessed was an outstanding team showing their professionalism, and their competency. So I just want to thank our firemen and women, because there was a lady out there, doing the job to the best of their ability and controlling that fire. At the same time, I want to discourage persons from spreading false information and reports, as this practice can cause unnecessary delays and hamper the efficient response of our emergency services. Protocol was followed, and the fire chief, Mr. Clive Richardson, was in constant contact with me, and everything was under control. I would also like to encourage businesses and homeowners to be vigilant about the materials in their buildings and homes to ensure that they are not at risk of causing any kind of fire and adhere to the fire safety regulations.
My name is Kamal Goklani.
Okay, what is the situation happening here to your business, if you could explain?
Well, early morning at 9:30, 9:45, I'm the owner of this building sitting inside. My company name is Camps Trading. I've been here for 27 years in this building. Our next door Jobco Envy, owner of this whole complex, is Mr. Joseph, okay, and then he had appointed some guys to fix his warehouse because it was damaged to hurricane, and these guys were not professional, and we want to blame the Rami here, who is not even bothered to see if people have licenses to work on these roofs with the welding, and with that welding, if he had a fire extinguisher or any type of earthing, which licenses he had. And this Jobco Envy warehouse is always using the cheap labors, which has caused my business in the full damage. I have been here for 30 years and I don't have nothing now, which is fully gone. As you could see, my whole building is gone. And this whole blame and everything has to be placed with Jobco Envy and our department Rami over here, who don't even check the licenses or any type of professional team who is working here or not. They just come and pay cheap labor. The whole fire started is he started to weld something on the roof, and he did not even inform us. We are their neighbor. The Jobco Envy had to tell these people that we have a warehouse next door. If we would have been informed earlier, we would have taken precautions. The sparks have fallen inside in my warehouse on top of all the paper products, and then the fire came up.
What kind of business do you have?
I am in the hotel, restaurant and supermarket supplies. We do food, beverages, paper products and disposables from last 30 years.
What's going to happen from here now?
Well, I don't know. I am very much depressed, saddened about my business. I have 20 workers paying government taxes for 30 years. I don't know what is going to happen, who is going to help, and how are we going to recover back.
So are you going to speak to the owner that he will have to try to get you back into business?
For sure, we have to talk to the government. We are going to sue the Jobco Envy, which has cost us the fire, if our insurance is not going to take care. And also our building, which is being damaged completely, Jobco has to pay for it, and all our losses, all our disruption in the business, everything.
So would you say that you lose everything in the fire?
Everything you could see, and take the video. You could see everything. The building is completely down. You can come closer and take the excess of the building and see everything is gone.
The fire department had to break through the walls to get the fire out?
They had to break this complete wall because the fire extinguisher pipe, these long ones, were not going inside, and they had to break it completely.
They'll start in the, here in Colby, in the area which part all of these warehouses are for business. We opened the fire from early this morning from 9 o'clock. What are your situation at this point?
The fire department received a call this morning at 10:25, and we quickly responded, and within a little bit extra than an hour, we had it under control and prevented the fire from spreading through the adjacent warehouses. The warehouse contained beverages, but also styrofoam, paper, and also cooking oil. That is actually what is keeping the fire to continue growing. But at the moment we have it contained, and we're doing all possible to keep it, to out it. But I have to say, I really have to commend the guys. We had over 40 personnel on the scene, four firefighters, four trucks, and also 2 of our water trucks, with which we were able to contain it, and we're still fighting the fire.
How many hours now that you're fighting this fire?
At the moment, as I said, with a little bit over an hour, we had it contained, but to out it remains difficult, seeing the amount of rubble that is inside, covering other materials that are still burning. So at the moment, we're trying to take the rubble away from the other material that's burning so that we can get deep into the building. But as you can see, the building is also quite unsafe to enter. So it's a challenge, but we're dealing with it and we have it under control.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more, however you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right, get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah, right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NV.
Work on the recovery and the reconstruction is ongoing in many different sectors and many different areas. And we're trying to make St. Martin, of course, a stronger and better St. Martin. One of the issues that I've seen also in my go-around in the ministry is the reliability of our ICT systems is on a big under a lot of strain. In our ministry, the Ministry of Finance, we have problems in the tax administration and problems in the finance department because of ICT problems, and we are looking into how we can solve some of these things. If you can't make assessments, you can't collect taxes. Without taxes, you have a bigger liquidity problem. So for us, it's very, very important that we solve some of these issues. And as I said, we're busy trying to figure out where the problems are and why we have the problems. Budget 2018, I want to give you an update where we are with that. budget was approved by the Council of Ministers previous with a deficit of almost 255 million guilders, and that was created because of an increase in expenses and a drop in income. A request, of course, we as a country need to have a balanced budget, and if we can't, then we have to, in accordance with the financial supervision laws, the kingdom laws for financial supervision rather, we have to request approval from the Kingdom Council of Ministers to deviate from having a balanced budget, and a request has been, a letter has been sent out by our ministry, and it's gone to the Kingdom Council of Ministers. And of course, we also are in contact with the CFT, the members of the CFT who are there to try to help us navigate and be sure that we do the things in the right fashion. And we're hoping that the kingdom instruction will not be given, taken into consideration where we're at. Our hope is that right now, as we stand, the budget is in the trajectory of going to the Council of Advice, and we hope that we can complete it and bring it to Parliament after we have the necessary information so that we can have it ready by March 1st. We're still looking at March 1st as a target date to have our budget 2018 completed.
On Monday, January 22nd, a letter was sent to the Kingdom Council of Ministers regarding the constitutional infringements that has been taking place since 2016. To give a short recap, the previous Council of Ministers made a decision that was unconstitutional. Good governance has not been followed in the process. The actions of government has eroded the value of the Constitution, and the continuous trampling of our Constitution must stop. Please bear in mind that the Constitution is established to also protect the people of St. Martin. I have taken oath to protect and uphold the Constitution. The postponement of elections in January 2016 was also unconstitutional. The current decree that has led to unconstitutional infringement. With this said, the Council of Ministers collectively decided to utilize the existing laws and procedures as outlined in the Constitution and uphold the principles of good governance. This Council of Ministers has requested the Kingdom Council to take measures within the confinements of the law. The Kingdom Council, which is comprised by our sister islands and the Netherlands, will have the authority to decide on the constitutional infringement and which measures to take. It cannot be excluded that the decree to dissolve Parliament gets annulled. Please note, and I repeat, please note that the current process to prepare for election continues. We hope that we can rebuild the trust of the people in our Constitution. As your Prime Minister, I will continue to fight on your behalf.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIP MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 fun mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of fun miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to my card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free fun miles with first use. Switch to my card today at WIB.
Fun miles from within your reach.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
The fall of the government, and this is what people of St. Martin needs to understand, has absolutely nothing to do, but mostly to do with greed. And one would say directly because of my person. Listen, you see this badge issue? We are only now scraping the surface of it, you know. The boatyard in Simpson Bay, belongs or operated by a gentleman by the name of Jeff Boyd. One of his partners in the business is a minister today in the new government representing the Democratic Party. We had coalition meetings where the good chairlady of Parliament, Sarah Westcott Williams, would come in and argue what is happening with the badge, why the badge is not being put to work, why the badge this and why the badge that. Today you're seeing the reasons why. You're talking about $1 million vessels. If you come as a badge and you retrieve it out of the water, based on maritime law, it belongs to you. So the owner, before collecting his insurance money, have to come and negotiate with you to receive his vessel. We are talking about millions of dollars. But this was an illegal badge that came into this country. And what the chairlady of Parliament wanted us to do is condone illegalities. Allow an illegal vessel to operate in our waters because of the conditions. And the Maritime Authority said no. And we at VROMI and the Permits Department and Inspection Department also said no. They can say whatever they want to say. They can say whatever they want to say. But they had to break the government. They had to break the government because they were losing. And I'll challenge any one of them on that. The reason changes as it go along. You remember first it was, I can't have my opinion. I can't speak my voice. And if I can't speak my voice, I can take the high road. Because a member of Parliament put something in a chat. Because a minister put something in a chat. Really? You dropping government? Because a chat group that all of us in, I posted something in a chat group, you dropping government? But you're a leader of one of the coalition parties. You have also a chat group amongst the leaders. The three of you. William Marlin, Fran Richardson, Sarah Westcott Williams, they have a chat group amongst themselves. They have meetings amongst themselves. Why didn't you put that agenda in your chat group since I offended so much? Why didn't you do it? You didn't do it. Your conniving and sneaking attitude has caused the fall of government. But power to you. Power to you. Eventually, the truth will come out. And you can tell a lie so many times. So many times. until you can't tell it no more. Now people are starting to hear the truth because the narrative is starting to change. We were never against aid. All sort of aid we received. We were against the conditions to receive aid. I can't have my son who broke his feet and I have a cast and a vehicle to take him to the hospital, but I tell him, if you want me to take you to the hospital and put that cast on your foot, you must do this and you must do that. No. You're in pain. You're hurting. You're suffering. You're in agony. And me as a parent, it is my responsibility, regardless to how my child treat me, take him to the hospital so he can get a cast on his foot that is broken because he's on his knees. No conditions should be attached to it. No conditions. But people would learn what is happening.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
We hope, so far, we hope that we hit the 100, the magical 100 number. If we have another 100 boats here for the regatta, we are very, very happy. And it may be even more, maybe a little bit less. But we're very confident that we end up around that number. And yeah, the racing, they won't change anything on the racing side. The water is still as beautiful, the wind is there. You don't really need much for these boats to get out on the water. So on that part we're very lucky because that's something that will never change.
What about normally you keep about 4 days of race? Are you going to have the same schedule?
Yeah, so we have the 4 days of racing again. We start on a Thursday with the Gil Commodores Cup. So it's an individual regatta with individual results. And a lot of sailors, they kind of use it as a warm-up race for the actual Sint Maarten Heineken regatta, but over the years it has grown to a significant event. It's in the top 5 largest regattas in the Caribbean, which is pretty cool. And then on Friday, the Sint Maarten Heineken regatta starts with the Around the Island race, which we always do on the Friday. Then we have the Saturday and Sunday for coastal races, and just a lot of fun. And of course, ending with some great parties in the evenings.
Are you going to have, normally the regatta always got medias come from away and cover the regatta. Is this year you're going to expect any media going to come and do any coverage?
Yeah, especially now. Sint Maarten has been world news. So I actually I've been approached by a lot of not only sailing publications but lifestyle publications as well. They want to know what the situation is out there. What is it like to be here? And it's still a little bit like people don't really know what to believe from the news that they get, and they really want to hear it from the people that are actually here. So for a lot of publications, it actually makes sense to come here, experience it themselves, and see that it's like we're ready for it. The island is ready. A lot needs to be done before we're fully ready to get the mass back. But so far, I'm very confident that the island is ready to accommodate the sailors and give them a great experience.
Now this is your 38th, if I'm not mistaken, of regatta that you're keeping. And normally you always have activities, like, you know, I think it'll be 4 nights of activities, sometimes the French side, sometimes the Dutch side, and Phillipsburg, Boardwalk, right? What is that going to look this time around?
So that's actually where the biggest change will be. And that was actually not necessarily because of the storm, but it was already a longer term vision and desire from the race committee and from the regatta committee. We're going to centralize everything. So there will be one village, like regatta village, being set up over at Port de Plaisance. So we're going to run water shelters from the yacht club, but everything from registration till the afternoon drinks till the concerts will take place at Port de Plaisance. So we start on a Tuesday. We have food vendors, bars, entertainment, merchandise. Our sponsors are there. People can sell their stuff. So it's kind of like offers everything that somebody needs to have a pleasant stay here on the island.
And who are some of the entertainments that you will have this year?
So it actually looks good. A lot of people were thinking that we're gonna plan small this year, but we actually got a lot of support from international artists, and they are really like supporting the island and reduce their fees in order to make it out here and be here. So we will invite some people back that we used to have here, and it promises a big show.
Could you share some of the names of artists?
So, like on the Friday night, we'll have Orange Grove performing with Brainpower and Petrochem. They did, like, Orange Grove is like, they're from the island. They are the island basically, and they did a lot of charity concerts, etc. since the storm already. So that's a band we cannot miss during this year's event. And the evening will be filled up with all kind of local bands and artists. Then on this Saturday, I have to be a little bit quiet here because it's not officially announced yet here. We're gonna have more like a carnival night with Destra coming to perform, and 3-cylinder from Antigua. And then on Sunday, the entire event will be closed off with the one and only Mr. Bombastic, Shaggy. Yeah, and that's like, we were never able to do this without their support, because they really make it possible. Like, they make it possible to do it. They really reduce their fees, and their support is absolutely great. Like, after the storm, they said, we want to be part of this, and we're gonna come to the island. So that's fantastic, and we're really looking forward to it, because this is what the island needs as well. Like a little bit more, like a little bit of positivity, a little bit of a nice party for everybody, for the entire island to breathe in.